What's good? How y'all doing this evening?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the FILA Sports Podcast, coming to you with a special Tuesday edition. Y'all know how we do when we have breaking news in our Falcons camp. It's your boy Coach Mario and the mastermind and Don. What's going on, man?
Man, you keep messing it up every single time, man.
The man. Oh, I'm sorry. The man known as the Don. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The man known as
The
the Don.
man called the done.
The man called the Don. I'm sorry. I do sticky notes. I got sticky notes tomorrow. I promise you I'm gonna get it right.
Thank
The
you.
man called the Don.
Thank you. All right.
What's going on, over?
What's good? Y'all don't see the face paint today. It's something serious. Y'all see I'm in my little, casual business attire. I ain't got time for the jokes today. But anyway, so we came to you guys a special night. Y'all already know what happened earlier this morning. But before we get into the business, y'all already know if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with other Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comments section. As always,
Come holla.
at your hometown sports podcast.
Podcast.
All right. If y'all ain't following us on our social media places, you hit us up on Twitter at FILA_SP, Instagram FILA Sports Podcast, and on Facebook FILA Sports Podcast. We also are on Spotify and on Google Play, so you can listen to us as you, I guess, working out, driving to work, or working, or just laying in the bed, just chilling. So, but yes, it was reported today, early this morning. I want to say around 6:40 this morning, that Mohamed Sanu was traded to New England for a 2020 second round pick. Now, I hate to say I told y'all so, but I told y'all so. I said this way back in the offseason. I said Sanu was going to probably be one of the first Falcons to be traded to get draft capital for the 2020 draft. But I also said that, before the draft, let me go back. I said that we was going to trade Sanu during the draft or draft night. Okay, well, that didn't happen. Okay, well, we said, Sanu probably traded June 1st. Well, that didn't happen. Well, we sitting at 1-6 right now. So, and there are teams who need receivers. So we went on to trade it, Mohamed Sanu. And we got a second round pick. Pretty much it's a third round pick. Let's be honest, because we already know the Patriots are gonna probably be they're gonna be in the Super Bowl again this year. Let's call a spade a spade. But I think that's still good because most people was looking at Sanu as a trade suitor as a 4th to 5th round pick. So you getting a second round pick for Sanu. I think that's a win-win for us, in my opinion. What you think?
I wasn't mad at it at all. We agreed. One of the things we agreed on that I wouldn't have been surprised if Sanu wasn't on the roster to begin the year. I actually thought that he was going to be traded as well. You got Calvin Ridley emerging. You're going to pay him because he's younger, and you're not going to have one receiver making $14 million and another receiver making $8 million. You're not going to pay $20 million. $25 million worth of receivers.
Exactly.
And you got Austin Hooper, and you got Free making 6, 7. You just wasn't gonna happen. So
right.
I'm not mad with the trade at all.
Time out. Jarvis, he talking about Jarvis Williams, talking about Mario. Did he say it first or not? Dunn be tripping sometimes. I've been said, didn't I say something about Sanu getting traded?
This one thing that we both have agreed on. One of the things that me and Dunn we both been saying since last year, that we didn't think Sanu would be on the team. So that is something that he has been saying.
Thank you. I don't be forgetting.
He did say that he thought he was going to get traded during the draft.
I don't forget nothing I say. Everything I say is well documented, and I back everything up. All right, I don't hide for anything. I don't change my narrative of anything unless there's facts. Unless someone presents me with facts, and my stuff is wrong, then I will retract. Yes, I will retract, and I will get with the program. I will get with the actual factual information. But far as me being right about most of everything, look, I've been pretty much spot on with stuff. So just letting you know.
Believe me, Jarvis, I call him out if he would. I would.
Whatever. Just like I call you out sometimes, some stuff, but it's cool. Hey.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what it is. It's sports talk.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and go in the chat.
What's up, Jarvis? What's going on? That Georgia boy joined us already. Jarvis said Falcons on the purge right now is for the betterment of the team, and Austin Hooper is becoming too big of a weapon to keep Sanu.
I want to talk about that too, because like we just said, that you pretty much paying $7 million a year for a fourth option receiver. You have Julio, you know he's gonna get most of the targets. Then after him is it's between Ridley and Hooper. Right now, Hooper's been getting most of the targets. So then Ridley, then you have Sanu. You don't pay that much for a fourth option receiver. Some teams don't even pay that much for a second or third option receiver. That's way too much. We have so much money on this offensive side of the ball, and people wonder why our defense stinks right now. You just got to think about that. All right. And then on top of that, I understand a lot of people upset about Sanu leaving. Hey, and let me be honest with y'all. I don't hate Sanu. I never did hate Sanu. I always love Sanu. Stand up guy and everything. But end of the day, this is a business. This business. You know, we need to pretty much solidify our future. We got a second round pick in next year's draft. We can do something with that pick. Draft some defensive guys in the second round, and hey, just call it a day. But also on top of that, you know, he wasn't coming back next year anyway. I heard somebody say something on the lines of, "Well, we should have just let Sanu play the rest of this year and do what? Let him walk in free agency and we don't get anything? That doesn't make any sense, you guys. We're 1-6. We're 1-6. We're 1-6. Do I have hopes that we gonna go in or going 10-6 on the playoff run? I'm be honest with you. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. And please don't try to judge my fandom. I love this team to death, but looking at
really,
yeah, it's just being real. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
We're not finna go on no 10-game win streak. That ain't finna happen. Not with it. Not with these players we got on defense. Not with this coaching staff. If you really think that's happening, you need to get drug tested because you smoking some good stuff right now. All right. So we're gonna. This is not the end. There are gonna be some more people that's going to be shopped around as well. So go ahead and finish up the chat, man.
What we got Norman Fitzgerald joined us as well, and Jarvis said he must admit he will be missed, his swagger and intensity. Oh yeah, Sanu, he was a fun player. Yeah, he will be missed.
I love Sanu, man. I love the bean talk. You know.
Yeah. Roe joined us. What's going on, man? He said, "Yo, Falcons about to clean house." And Robbie White joined us. He said, "No, the Falcons. Hooper will be gone soon. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna touch on that." That Georgia boy said Sanu was going to be traded or cut regardless if the Falcons win it or not. Yeah, I mean, eventually, you know, it was a money thing. It was going to come down to the business. Something was going.
It's a win-win. You before he walks into free agency, you trade him and you get a second round pick. That's a win-win for us. Patriots are going to do their job with or without Sanu anyway. So you pretty much giving the Patriots Sanu, and I hope he do win the ring. You know, I hope he do win the ring with New England. And we getting a second round pick. So we get we sitting at 2 second round picks right now in the 2020 draft. That's good.
Let me see. All right, where were we? The Georgia boy said he wouldn't be surprised if they started shopping True and Free next. It seems like they want to keep Hooper.
They're not shopping True. They're not gonna shop True and Free. You trade them, you're gonna hit a huge dead cap. I don't know the actual numbers right now, but it's in the double digits and millions. So
yeah, you gonna have to like. And Jarvis put in there like we can trade Beasley for 6 or 7, but I think right now you're gonna have to eat some of those salaries. No team is gonna take those salaries, so a team is gonna trade, but you know they're not gonna just take those numbers off the books. They're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Rose said he heard Mac, True, and Vic on the trade block. And yeah, Jarvis said True and Free cap too big to trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Their cap number's too big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no team is going to really pick up their contract. Not only that, if you do find them a team, we're going to incur a huge dead cap, and we don't have money to be wasting like that. Our cap right now is not looking good. We're in the negatives right now, looking into 2020. So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, that Georgia boy 17. He said, "I'm still shocked they got a second round for him. It was a win-win because I don't think he was worth a second. Look, we just said that, man. Because some people thinking that he was a fourth or a fifth round pick. You get a second,
yeah.
So that's good.
I thought so too. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right, Michael Sykes, he came on. What's good, man? If you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to our channel, man. We appreciate it. He said, "What do you guys think of firing Dimitroff and hiring Louis Riddick?" I haven't did my research on Riddick. You know who he is?
I wouldn't care if we fired Dimitroff and hired anybody in the chat, as long as we fired Dimitroff. But Thomas Dimitroff is one of my top 5 least favorite Falcons, so I'm in favor of firing him for anybody.
Well, I wanted to say anybody, man. You got to put some thought into it. I've been on this train.
He's garbage. Who could be?
I've been on this train since Mike Smith. All right, the Mike Smith days. I feel like Arthur Blank needs to bring in Tony Dungy and see if he want the GM job. I really think Tony Dungy would benefit us as a GM. If not him, Bill Cowher. Appreciate you all, Michael.
Yes, thank you, Michael. But I put it on Twitter earlier today, man. It just started hitting me. Well, I've always thought about it, but I don't know why. Just yesterday, it just really started hitting me strong. Is Arthur Blank handicapping Thomas Dimitroff though? You see, because I always hear about he has the final say. He has the final say. He has the final say. The man writing the checks always has the final say. Period. So we're talking about roster moves. The person writing the check has the final move. Is Arthur Blank handicapping Thomas Dimitroff? I'm really starting to wonder that, man. I'm really starting to wonder that now. But only wanting a certain type of player here, not wanting to, go after a certain type of guy. It's really making me wonder now.
Yeah. Hey. No one knows what happened in that ivory tower up in Flower Branch, so who knows? All right. Sykes said Louis Riddick was in line for the Giants GM job. A lot of people have vouched for him. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm more inclined of bringing a GM in who knows defense, who knows defensive talent. That's our problem right now. We thinking about winning the championship. We need to focus on defense. I'm not worried about offense that much. As long as we can just keep building on that offensive line, we'll be fine, man. You win in the trenches.
I gotta say though, I don't like the notion where people saying that we need a defensive coach or an offensive coach. Why if your offensive coach can't have a good defense?
But I'm not
coach. You can't have a good.
I didn't say coach.
I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I've been seeing like that notion on Twitter, and I don't get that. We need a defensive minded coach or an offensive minded coach. Like why? Because you're specialized in something that the other side of the ball can't be good. I think that's ridiculous. Like, didn't San Francisco pitch a shutout the other day? Well, Kyle Shanahan is an offensive coach, but the San Francisco is playing good defense right now. So I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that guy, that defensive coordinator for the Niners, he ain't gonna be there that long. I'm pretty sure next year he's gonna probably be with the Bengals or something like that. So
if you're a defensive minded coach, hire a good offensive coordinator. If you're an offensive coordinator, hire a good coordinator no matter what what you.
But the problem right now is our head coach is a defensive coordinator as well, and he's not doing good. He's not doing a good job. So, hey, right now it's just we up the creek with no paddle. So,
I gotta say too, I'm not a guy who has a preference on college coach, coach with experience. I don't really because you've seen every kind of coach be successful or unsuccessful. You just got to give it a chance. So I'm not I'm
Man,
not one of them people who really has a preference on that. I don't really care.
if I could,
I just want a guy who can get the job done.
man, if I could come through this screen and just sting or splash you, I would, man. No, that's not. No, man. No. We done did this college coach experiment before, and you already know what it led to. I'm not.
But,
no, look, man. We need somebody in here. Look, we have a good. We have a nice core on this team. We just got to get a few players on defense
because we've hired NFL coaches and they didn't do good.
But that's what I'm saying. You need an experienced coach. Bring in somebody like a Rex Ryan.
Why does it have to be an NFL coach? It needs to be experienced coach.
It needs to be an experienced coach, NFL coach. I'm talking about on the lines of Rex Ryan, man. We need a Rex Ryan.
Did Pete Carroll not win a championship in the NFL?
Yeah, he won one, but he was already NFL before he went to college and won the championship at USC.
Did he not win in both places?
Yeah, he won in both places. But the thing, you just killed your own argument, man. You just killed your own argument.
I can name some more coaches that came from college and went to the NFL and been successful.
Who? In these past few decades, don't go back in the 1980s now. Do not go back in the 1980s. Why does it matter
when it was?
Because this is, bro. You can't go all the way back like that though.
Hold on. Why does it matter? Why can't you?
You can't, man. You can't.
Why?
You can't, man.
That's ridiculous, bro. Why can't you?
Because it doesn't hold any weight. You got to bring somebody else recent.
Where did Doug Peterson come from?
We know where Doug Peterson came from. He came for the college rank. He came for the college ranks. But at the same time, he got experience in the NFL. But before he had got an offense coordinator experience in the NFL before he went to Philly, right? Who is he? I'm not trying to be funny. He was under Andy Reid in Kansas City.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I really don't. Okay, I really don't know his resume like that. Yeah, I just know he was in college at some point. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous, man. You need a guy who can coach. College, NFL, it doesn't matter. The NFL now are running the schemes they said in college would never work in the NFL. That's what they're running now in the NFL.
To be honest with you, man, I don't think just bringing in somebody like a Lincoln Riley will work for us, man. I saw some people say Lincoln Riley in the chat. He's young, man. We have a young team. We don't need another players coach. We need somebody in here like a Rex Ryan, or I'm on the line of bringing Wade Phillips in as a head coach. To be honest,
I don't have no problem with Rex Ryan. I don't think Arthur Blank will do Rex Ryan. Though.
I want it.
That choir boy stuff again. Rex Ryan gonna say something.
Man, look right now. Look, it's either do you want to win or you want to keep going through this. Yeah, this is. I
don't know if Arthur Blank.
Well, hey, he gonna have to change his philosophy then. He gonna change his philosophy. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, if you want to win, you gonna have to hire somebody who has a very defensive minded, who can work with the pieces that we have, and just only thing you got to do is just acquire people in the draft and bring you some veteran players in, and boom, we can be pretty much average defense within a couple of years. I'm not. A lot of people say we need to be top 5. It takes a long time to get from worst to first defense. It takes at least 3 to 5 years to do that if you can manage that.
So I'm reading y'all in the
chat. But wait, but even
so, no Urban Meyer.
Man, no, man. I do not want Ohio State. We already got Sheffield. That's enough right there.
Yeah. So run back in the chat real quick.
What's good, Skills?
Whoa. In the chat. Louis Riddick was in line for the Giants GM job. Yep. And that Georgia boy said he think it'll be the new coach option if TD stays or not. Remember, Blank gave that option to Quinn, and he wanted to work with TD. Yeah, AB want those clean cut guys. Yeah, Ro. And I'm just wondering. Is he vetoing some moves, or does he handicap the GM? I mean, I'm sure every owner does, but just how much, if he is at all? I just wonder. Rose said we need a little dog and nasty, exactly. Yeah. And Michael Sykes said, guys, the Falcons don't have playmakers on defense. Plain and simple. Yeah. Rose said they loaded the front 7 though. We've had 2 defensive coaches and a head coach, and none of them worked out. Hey, come on, that Georgia boy. You know what I mean? Might be trying to try something different. We did that. Come on, that man, Rennie be feeling me, man. Jarvis said, "What about the guy who hosts the draft and scout member for years, Jeremiah something?
Yeah.
Host the draft for Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Somebody will come up with his name. Somebody will say his name in a minute. Rex Ryan. I don't have no problem with Rex Ryan. I don't have no problem with Rex
I
Ryan.
think Rex Ryan be a good coach. That I mean, he had everywhere he went, he had a above average defense.
Yeah. Rose said no more college coaches, and Michael Sykes said Tony Dungy is the next coach. Does Tony Dungy?
I don't think he want to coach again, but that's why I said he may be inclined on becoming a GM.
Yeah. Stinking for Lincoln. Rose said he cheated. Who cheated? Ro. Lincoln and Riley. Who you talking about cheated, Ro?
Who knows?
Pete. Doug Peterson was Donovan McNair's.
He was really Brett Favre's backup in Green Bay. I remember that.
And Jarvis said, "What do y'all feel about Mike Tomlin?"
No,
I'm cool with Mike Tomlin. I'm cool with Mike Tomlin. What's wrong with Mike Tomlin?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just know, huh?
I don't know, man.
You don't know.
I really feel like when Dick LeBeau was there in Pittsburgh, Dick LeBeau pretty much did. He was responsible for that defense being good. Soon as Dick LeBeau left, that defense went to crap. Yeah. And that's facts. And that's facts. And I had the stats to back that up as well.
Yeah. So I guess, like I said, nobody wants college coach. They like Wade. If we get Wade, who be the OC, they're gonna go with a young, innovative OC. I mean, the OC, like I said, Matt not going.
But if Matt not going nowhere, look, if you get a young OC that wants to do all this stuff that they doing in the college, I don't expect Matt Ryan to be here that long. They go try to figure out how to get rid of him. But if y'all want Matt Ryan here, I feel like keep Mike Mularkey as offense coordinator. I think that'll work. I really think that'll work. You bring in somebody like a Rex Ryan and you keep Mike Mularkey as the OC, man, I'm telling you, that'll be good. I'm telling you, that's championship caliber's coaching staff right there.
See, I think that the thinking gets skewed a little bit though, because I don't think a college coach means mobile quarterback. Because you look at LSU, Joe Burrow ain't running around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'll escape out the pocket, but that's not the offense. Him running. You look at Jacob Eason out there in Washington. He's not running nowhere. Trevor Lawrence is an athlete and he's a mummy, but the offense isn't for him.
Man, when y'all said when you bring it up, college people coming in as OCs and running, it just screams Steve Sarkisian to me, man. I'm just not over that, man. So,
I mean. He was better than what we got now, and Alabama scoring points. And Steve was better than what we got now. So, hey, I hated the jet sweep on the 3-2. But, hey, we ain't scoring no points right now. So, I don't know. Like, Steve was doing a little bit better than Dirk. So,
okay, well.
Please no Jim Schwartz.
No.
And that Georgia boy said NFL want young coaches who can work with these new generation of players. Yeah, it's copycat league, and that's what's going on right now. What's going on, Brian Skills? He said college and NFL, it doesn't matter. And,
man, Skills,
I feel
Skills, you know what you're listening to.
I feel the same way, Skills.
But
yeah, like long as he can do the job, I don't care where they come from, where they used to coach at.
Well, I beg to differ. So I'm thinking of experience right now. So Vic Fangio's not leaving Denver, so that's not happening. Yeah. He's trying to build something up there and with the Broncos. Harbaugh, no, please no. No.
What you mean? He been in the NFL?
He has been in the NFL, but no.
Michael said Falcons need playmakers on defense. The reason the defense worked in Seattle because they had pros at every level. If you're gonna run a zone defense, you have to be able to get pressure on the defense. Not
only that, to run a cover 3, all right, and what we running now, that cover 3 crap, you have to have high football IQ players. We don't have those here. We don't. We have people who don't even know who can't even communicate the right way. who don't know the signals and stuff. You see a lot of players, some of my players running to each other, running to the wrong gaps. That right there, it spells that some of these players on our team doesn't have the IQ. So if you want to run that, you have to bring in players who can understand, and we just don't have that. So
I knew somebody was gonna say a couple of the Knicks. I knew we were gonna hear bring in Chip Kelly. I knew somebody was gonna say Chip Kelly. I knew that name was gonna come up. Deshaun said that. Rose said P at USC cheated. Oh yeah, I mean every college.
Everybody cheat until you get caught. So
join us tomorrow. We can talk about that. Yeah. This the other one I knew was gonna hear. What about Greg Knapp at OC? I knew that was gonna come up. That's ground and pound all over again. I don't have no problem running the ball as long as you can play defense. I don't have no problem running the ball at all. I like running the ball. College coaches from top programs have problems when they have equal or less talent.
Yeah.
And Brian Skills also said Dirk's point per game better. Our defense just worse.
Hey.
Okay, so Dirk had to score more because we're giving up more. I get
it's not Brian. It's not Brian Skills. It's Brazilian X Skills.
Brazilian X Skills. Y'all know I'm old. See, look, y'all don't never see me with these on camera. Rose said Sark protected the defense long drive, grinding the clock. I would have to go back and examine that, but that is something you need to be able to do. That is one of the problems with the college offenses. That is one of the problems with like Lincoln Riley. One of the problems that Oklahoma has, why Oklahoma defense always suck, because the offense scores so quick and the defense right back out there.
Yeah, because we already know we know with Dirk, man. Dirk, he loves to air it out, man. He loves to air it out, and we can't. I don't. I'm old school, run the ball, man. So.
And Brazilian Skill said our drives are longer than Sark statistically with less chances of touching the ball. Yeah. So I guess it looks like because we pretty much know DQ is gone. It looks like from the chat when we hire a new coach, Twitter's gonna go crazy.
Man, folks, man,
it's gonna be opinions all over
the
place.
Folks on there tripping this morning, man.
I guarantee you, whoever we hire, I'm a wait and see guy on the coach. So I guarantee you, I won't complain. I'm wait and see, and if he suck, then I'll complain.
Gary Kubiak is in Minnesota right now with the good defense. He's not leaving Minnesota.
To be a head coach?
No, I'm talking to sites not a head coach. He said OC. Okay. He's not leaving one OC job to come. No, that ain't gonna work. But
he ain't tired of Kirk. He don't want to get rid of get rid of.
It ain't about that. He's tied with the good defensive minded coach.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't have no problem with Tomlin. I don't have no problem with Tomlin at all. I guess I like Mike Tomlin. So
yeah.
If Pittsburgh would have part ways with him, I wouldn't have no problem with that.
So, all right, well, we're gonna go ahead and end this stream. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all joining us. And like I said, everybody pretty much had their feelings on Sanu. Some people saying that, why we let him go? We should just let him play the rest of the season. Some people said, well, hey, we got something out of it. We really need to be focusing on defense this off season. So
yeah, we need everything.
And Daniel just had a good question. He said, if we are top four in the draft, who are the two players you think we can see? It's too early for me to give my predictions right now because you don't know where we're gonna fall. Right now it says we projected as the fourth pick, but we can end up picking 16th. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. I start doing draft work with Skills. I know he in the chat. He's one of the unintentional grounders, scouters. He do a great job with scouting evaluation with the college players and everything. So y'all follow him as well. and follow Lieutenant Dan from Unintentional Grinding. But I start
Chase Young, Derek Brown.
But I start doing all that scouting probably after Thanksgiving. That's when I start. So and then you got to think about it too. You know, players get hurt. Chase, who knows? Chase Young might have Lord knock on wood, might have an injury. He might end up falling. So you don't know.
Man, you just hated on that man like that. Yeah, how would you do that?
I knocked on wood, man. I even did that, and I'm a Michigan fan too. So come on now, that's showing you a lot of respect for me, man. Come on now. Yeah, that's it, man. That's all you got to do. Yeah, chapter. All you can do is wait. Just wait and see where we fall. So, but all right. I'm glad y'all could join us tonight. We'll probably be back tomorrow. We don't know what we're gonna do on our rivalry week show tomorrow, so just stay tuned for that tomorrow. Also, if you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with other Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always,
come holla
at your hometown sports podcast. Appreciate y'all joining us. We'll see y'all tomorrow evening for our rivalry week show.